to a free room. My name is Brennen, and I'll be there for you. So tune in, woo, and tell a friend. Let's have a conversation that's going to help you in. Welcome to a free room. Yeah, we're invited to be. Ask the question. Get baptized. Ask Brennen. You know just what to do. Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode. We're the very first episode of Brennen's Room. Mm-hmm. We have recorded so many of these, Erica. Mm-hmm. And so we are on this is our last one. I promise y'all gonna get to see this one. Okay. So it's so funny. First, you are in my clothes. That is so that is so funny to me, but you look so cute. I brought Erica on today to actually warm me up to talk about my life and who I am and what I do. So many people always want to know, what you do, where you live, how are you? What makes you you? We know you special. We know that you have a lot of answers for people, but who are you? How did you become? So I think bringing you on gives me the warmth of the feeling that I need to really be transparent, I guess. I trust you. I really, really do. And so, a lot of people always wonder about our relationship. It's so we get so many messages on social media and social platforms. And so I think it's a great way to have you, for a first show, to have you to be there to open me up to really talk, you know? And so, I welcome to the very first show of the rest of my life. This is going to be great. Yeah, this is going to be great. Yeah, this is going to be great.
So...
yeah, what do y'all want to know? What do they want to know, Erica?
What do they want to know?
What do they be asking you often?
They be asking me? Because they have so many questions. But let me ask you, what is your temperature today?
Ooh. 60.
60.
I'm a mixture of different temperatures today. 60. 6 is the number of protection. We've misconstrued that number for so many years. Coming from the background where I come from, 666 is known to be a bad number. But it's really not. It ends up being, I believe, 9, if I'm doing the math right. But 6 is the number of protection. And so I feel protected. I feel safe.
Yeah.
My temperature is safe. Protection. And then I want to say 90. 9 is the number of, it's my life path number. And 9 is evidence. 9 is manifestation. 9 is clairvoyant. 9 is mediumship. 9 is all the things that I am.
Right.
9 is clarity. 9 is clear. 9 is open. 9 is honest. 9 is brave. I can go on and on what 9 is. And then I'm 70. 7 is the number of creativity. God created the world in 7 days. Yeah. 7 is the number of new ideas, right? And so this is a new idea. I'm very private. I don't like people in my space. And I brought you to my house. Y'all are in my house. They're in my house. They can actually see how I live, the aesthetics and while I'm able to have a balanced mind.
Right.
But 7 is, so that's, I'm doing something that I've never done before. You know, it's another form of creativity for me, right? So I feel 70, you know. 7 always reminds me of the sun. And if I had to, is it transpire the word? What is it that the musicians do? Transpose. If I had to transpose 7 into a color, it would be yellow. And then it will be attributes of orange, because orange is creativity. When you see orange, you see creativity. Or you see building. You know how they have like the caution signs.
Yeah.
It's always yellow and orange. So it would be that, you know, and I know it's a deep question you ask. So I want to give you a deep answer.
Right.
So all of those numbers added together, you get 22, and 2 and 2 is 4. And 4 is, first, 22 is a power life path number. So if you know, if you deal with numerology or anything like that, you know 22 is really powerful. So, but 22 is brave. Like, it's like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, I can do anything. I can conquer anything. I can get over everything that I feel like hurt me.
Yeah.
I can be honest about shit. You know, I can be Brennen.
Yeah.
And then 2 and 2 is 4, right? So 4 is just like, normally people with the life path number 4, they are shakers.
Shakers, they make things happen.
Yeah, they make things move. They play chess really well. So that's my temperature. That's a good question. I'm gonna do that for the show. I'm gonna ask people that for the show.
Okay.
Yeah, that's good. Thank you for that.
You're welcome.
Yeah, that was good.
So people want to know, who is Brennen?
Who is Brennen? Honest, genuine. I got a lot to say. That's not always good, but I got a lot to say. I have a lot of content. I've been through some shit. I've been through things, right? And when I say shit, I use the word in that context because I have been.
Right.
Because a lot of things that I've been through, I didn't put on myself. So, you know, Brennen is, oh my God, he's creative. He embodies answers. Brennen give answers to answers. Brennen is king of kings. He literally sits in rooms with kings and give kings answers. And I didn't know that. I didn't know that side of myself until I really had to be in rooms where kings would say, I want to know what that little boy over there got to say. It's something about him.
Right.
My granny used to say, it's better to be asked up than to be asked down. So I would never give my opinion. You know, and I could see you doing something that's probably about to knock you into a wall, but I would never give that opinion because I was taught it's always better to be asked up than to be asked down. But I always find myself being asked, Brennen, what you think?
Right.
Or I would be on a plane with people that don't know me and say, hey, what do you think about this? They would be working on something and I would be have my headphones on and they were like, hey, what do you think about this? And I used to tell one of my friends, like, does it say on my forehead, ask Brennen? Yeah. But I don't know. You know, Brennen is powerful. And if you have a Brennen, hold on to him to dear life. You know, and I can't say that I'm using that in layman's terms because I'm not always supposed to stay in your life when I come.
Okay, right.
And so I've had people get really upset with me. I've had as you know, you sit front row in my life. I've had so many people have this thing where when my position in their life is done, it's done. I don't force anything because, you know, when things start to expire, it makes you sick. If you drink spoiled milk, you get sick. So it's just like, you know, shouldn't be drinking milk no way. But, you know, things expire.
How would a person know that they have a Brennen in their life?
Oh, they'll know. A Brennen wakes things up that died in you.
Okay.
A Brennen brings things to the forefront. A Brennen makes you love you even more. A Brennen turns you up and turn the volume of everything that you've turned up that outweighs your volume. Brennen turns you up. A Brennen, he peeled the scabs off of your eyes. He opens your ears a little bit more so you can hear the clarity of heaven. Yeah. Not just God, but heaven. Because heaven assists God. When God can't come to our rescue, he sends, he sends heaven for us. Right? And so heaven has to like you like God does as well.
Ooh, I love that. That's a new one. Yeah. I love that.
Yeah. Heaven gotta like you too.
I gotta write this down.
Yeah. And ooh.
Yeah.
Heaven gotta like you too. They're important. We always miss them.
Yeah. It's always God. Yeah.
We miss them. We don't pay attention to the assistant at the front before we get to the main.
Oh, that's good.
But they're important because they the one can get us on the schedule.
Yeah. They handle all the...
They handle the scheduling. Heaven gotta like you too. That's the post for today. Heaven gotta like you too. And heaven likes me. They assist God with me. Yeah. And not only does heaven like me, but God likes me. Because sometimes heaven will go to God and say, God, Brennen broke this rule. Right. But God can go back. I got stock in God. Because he can go back and say, well, he didn't have to do this, but he did do it for me because... Or if you ever, I've never worked for nobody, but if you ever worked for your boss and you was a supervisor and your boss was crammed and say, hey, I know you off today, but I don't have nobody else to come in. You don't have to come, but it would sure be nice if I could get your help. And you say, don't worry about it. I ain't doing nothing. And you come on your day off. That boss, that manager is going to remember what you did. That means you have stock.
In God.
You got equity. Shakaya. In God. That was good to me. Yeah. You got equity in him. So I have equity in God, right? And so when heaven goes to God and say, Brennen did this, you know, we having a hard time too with it because, you know, Brennen is our favorite. We like it. But he gotta abide by the rules. Right. And they go to God with that, and God's just like, you know what? Break it for Brennen. Break the rules for Brennen. They'll be happy to even break the rules for me. Because heaven can abide by the rules and not even ask God for me. Right. But just because they like me, they'll go and ask him. Ooh. So they got to like you too. I don't know what made us get to that point.
I don't know neither.
It came out of my soul. That was in my spirit. I felt that in my soul.
That moved me.
Yeah, I was moved too.
So
this is so crazy that we couldn't rehearse anything.
Yeah, I mean, y'all, literally, we had done this so many times and we prepared. I mean, I had my hair appointment. I got my lashes done. I had my makeup appointment. We had our outfits already set out weeks before
we did
recorded. And today, like, I literally had no clothes.
No clothes.
I didn't have a makeup. I didn't have a makeup appointment. Yeah. This is my real hair. I did it like in
and 5
minutes. It looks great.
And I've been trying to get you to wear this real hair.
So for us to be so unprepared is like, but it's so weird.
Unprepared but prepared.
Yes.
Because when your insides are done, when your insides are done. It'll come out on the outside, and you can make crumbs. You can make crumbs look like a whole meal. That's why before I was in the text break and I am now. That's why before my insides was okay. They were medium rare. Okay, but I could go to the thrift store and make my clothes look like I walked straight up out of Neiman's. Yeah, high end. Yeah, cause my insides, your energy.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's good, Erica. Okay, I'm gonna stop cutting you out.
Okay, so since we're talking about heaven, you know,
What you feeling? Cause you moving. When you start moving, it just be a lot. You can do that. Whatever it is, you can do that. This is my room.
Okay. But let me just say this, because I do want people, I believe that this is important for people to know. So I do want you to speak on this again. But
Okay.
I know, like, when you would teach your life classes, you would always teach your students that gift and purpose are two different things.
Gifts and purposes. Yeah.
So when people see Brennen, they see you, the stylist. You know what I'm saying? This person that's on TV that can do panels and have shows, and you make candles and you sing, like creative director. You do interior design. Like literally you do a lot of things.
Yes.
So some people may be like, oh, well, that's his purpose. You know what I'm saying? When that's not the truth.
And the funny thing about everything you named, you didn't even name my purpose.
Right. Right.
Oh, that's so special. But go ahead.
So I want you to talk to them and tell them, what is the difference between your purpose and your gift? How do you know it's your purpose? What is your purpose? What is Brennen's purpose?
Okay, you asked, how do you know? Because your purpose is always for somebody else's gain, not yours.
Okay.
That's one. Your gifts, after we're done, I give you $1 million. I can't tell you how to spend that $1 million because I've gifted it to you. That's why his gifts come without repentance, right? Repentance, what does repentance mean? It means obligation, take back. It means governed over. He gave it without any repentance. He don't have any small print for it. That's yours. Me being a stylist, me being all these things you name, I'm one of the best candle makers I know. I'm one of the best. I can sing with the best of them. I have done it. Right. Anything I touch, I do well. Let me say that too. And I think it's because I also have been here before. But anything I do, I can do really extremely well. But none of those things are for y'all. It's for me. That's mine. It belonged to me. He didn't say, Brennen, make candles and give them away.
Yeah.
And heal people. He didn't say that. He said, make candles. He said, use that to generate income. That's where I made my first $1 million. Literally selling candles out of the closet, out of my mama's garage. I made my first $1 million. I was by myself. Nobody know. A friend of mine wrote me, she wrote me a $10,000 check, her and her husband. Never forget it. And she said, I believe in you. I believe in what you do. I believe. And by that time, I was doing my purpose. Let me explain.
Gonna be good.
Yeah, let me explain.
Okay.
So when I met my friends, they knew that I could do spiritual work and I could see into the future and see stuff. And I was just only advising, right? And so this couple, they was just like, I see God on you. And like you've helped us in more ways. And of course they would like pay for me my time or whatever. But that's small. I mean, $100, $300, that's small, right? But who cares? I'm just helping. If you give me, because I couldn't charge at the time, I couldn't charge to see into the future or to see for them. Because you can't crack open a Bible, right?
Right.
And it tell you not to go down Main Street because you're going to see this person and they're going to hit you at a light. You know what I'm saying? You can't see that.
Yeah.
You can feel, because we're all spiritual beings. We can feel where if we're spiritually in tune with ourselves, because we live in a natural world, right? But an everyday spiritual experience.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so good. And so when they found somebody like me, or they came across, they like, yo, we gotta hold on.
Guilty.
What is it that we can invest in? You make these great candles, people light them, and stuff start happening, right? You could light one of my candles. I mean, you've had a few of them. You used to literally buy me out. But you would light these candles and stuff start happening for you. Like a few, I got some of them back there. But you would light them and stuff start happening. And so it was word of mouth. I didn't even have a website, none of that. It was word of mouth. And I sold these candles. They gave me $10,000, right? Wrote me a $10,000 check. And I bought all of this equipment to make candles. I took a $50 candle class. A girl she didn't even want to charge me. Yeah. I remember, but I knew I needed her technique to learn how to make candles. But my granny, she would burn this stuff on the stove every first of the month. And so funny. And everything I do, I gear it back to her. But she would burn this stuff every first of the month. And nobody ever asked her. They just thought it was fabuloso and other stuff, right? But I was always the one that was so intuitive, like, Granny, what is that? Like, what you put in it? And she would tell me each time what different things meant. So my smart ass, I get up in age and I'm like, I gotta make some money. I was broke. I was like, I gotta make some money. Something gotta make sense. I can sing. I do that well. I've been casted for different TV shows. But if you're in that industry, and no shade to it, because I'm still there. But if you're in that industry, you don't eat.
Right.
You get crumbs, and that's great for what it's called to. But you're still working for somebody else, if that makes sense. Okay. So at that time I needed money.
Yeah.
And I took a candle class. And I found out how I was going to put all of my granny's ingredients in these candles, but still keep them clean. Right. Not a lot of herbs and stuff, but keep them clean and make them smell nice. And I did. And people would hit me up. My mama's friends would buy 20 and 30 candles. Like, they would hit me up and like, yo, this is working. Right. Like, oh my God, I need another candle. Oh my God, I need another candle. And so these candles literally, that was for me. That was, he didn't tell me to take half of that and give it away. He told me to generate, because your gifts are supposed to bring you before great men. When that happened, I did my purpose first. That gave me a $10,000 check. I invested that $10,000. But before I did that, I sold at a gas station. Some were they Arabian? They were from another country, Dubai, I think. And they were stranded. And the man started to take off his jewelry. He said, I just need some money to give me and my wife, and the wife was in the backseat. He went to give me a jewelry. I'm talking about this jewelry. I started Googling the jewelry because at that time, I didn't really wear jewelry. I knew what, Rolex and, I knew basic jewelry, what we all know, Tiffany, stuff like that. But this jewelry was like real gold. You know what I'm saying? So I went and I Googled it, and the gold, one of his pieces was like $30,000. Really? Yeah. And I'm like, the Lord didn't tell me. But let me say this. This is crazy. Because before I left the house, I was actually going to a friend of mine's concert. I'll never forget. His name is Chris Wesley. I was going to his concert. This was like, I think 2017 going to 2018. And I was at the gas station, but the Lord told me that literally I heard God in my ears just like, yo, bro, you get $100 cash. And I'm like, oh, I'm giving it to Chris now. And so that's what I thought. And if you know me, I will always put $5 worth of gas in my car. I hate getting gas. So I was running out of gas, and I was like, I gotta stop at this gas station before I get to the place, because if not, I'm gonna run out. So I stopped before I got to Chris's concert. And a man, I believe this man. Yeah. Like, I believe this. He was like, he may be in his like early 30s. And he said, I need some money. Like, we are stranded. He had a nice car. I want to say it wasn't a Bentley or a Rolls Royce. It was either a BMW. It was a Range Rover. And first of all, I'm looking like, you look like this.
Money.
They look like money, yes. But they were stranded. And so I asked the lady before I went to the store, I said, hey, you want to match me? And she said, I was thinking about it. And I was disobedient. I was disobedient. Let me go back to that. Because I had only got $50. I had $50 cash. I only had got $50. I had to go to the ATM and get more money. And I said, God, you told me. The man didn't ask me for a specific number. He just
asked you
for some
money.
gas. Yeah. And the Lord, literally heard in my ear like, yo, you supposed to give this money. You supposed to give him $100. This is who the $100 go to. So he started trying to take off his jewelry. And I said, no, keep your jewelry. The other lady, she said, I was thinking about it. And I didn't, and I literally heard God say, be selfish about this one. Bro, when I tell you, I gave that $100. I got the other 50 out of the ATM, gave the $100. And he said, you don't want to take anything I have? And I said, no, sir. I said, be safe. And I walked off. I want to say the next 2 days, I got that $10,000 check. And from that $10,000 check, I made $1 million. Wow. And then from that, I got the call to do the Kanye thing. And so I walked in that room with money. Not knowing that my life is about to change again. So I had to stop doing candles. I had to stop doing candles. And so those were my gifts, from the candles to then singing with Kanye and them, those are gifts.
Right.
But in each one of my gift doings, I was doing purpose. Yes, indeed.
And what is purpose?
Long life, longevity. My purpose is to give people a journey, a GPS. I'm like a life GPS. I really am. My intro song says that, like, I'm like a life GPS. I'll navigate you right back to you. Because the thing about that is, we all come here with a design.
Right.
We all come here with a destination. We all come here with an intel.
Yes.
A processor. We come here with that, and we don't know what that is. We just wake up every day and we go to work, or we wake up every day and we go with what burns inside of us. But what burns inside of us is not always what we are purposed to do, right?
Right.
Those burnings can be our giftings. So it's a lot, and this show is going to give a lot of people. People always reach out to me about, hey, Brennen, I want to share my story. I believe you can help navigate my story.
Yeah.
What does this mean?
Right.
And so this show is going to open that up. I sit with a lot of people. I've sat with people. I mean, some of your favorite celebrities,
Right.
I'm not just, $1 million can be gone in one day. Literally,
Yeah.
I've done it. But now where my other means, because people always say, how you make your money? They knows it. People know,
Right.
how. But my other means comes from really me helping some of y'all favorite celebrities, some of y'all favorite influencers. And I love it. And purpose cannot be described. It can only be lived.
Oh, that is true. That is so true. Purpose cannot be described. It can only be lived. Jesus. Wow.
Yeah.
That's so good.
My granny was so powerful. She was a powerful person. But she used to always say, I live the lie. You don't have to tell your part of the story.
Right.
Live your part of the
Right.
story. That living is big. That living is big. I don't live to die.
Right.
I live to live.
Literally. I know your favorite thing to say is
This is
you're not
good.
gonna wait until you die to see heaven. You're
I'ma
going
see
to
it
see
on earth.
heaven.
Yeah, I'm gonna see heaven on
On
earth.
earth.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's important.
It's so important. It's today.
Right.
It's present. It's now. I'm excited about this one.
Yeah.
We recorded this a million times, y'all.
Literally.
And it didn't feel like this. What y'all think? It didn't feel like
This is organic.
Yeah, it didn't feel like this one. This the one.
Well, all of them are organic, but this one is literally.
I think the other ones were
more scripted.
I don't know. They didn't feel like this. It didn't feel like this. Yeah. This is it. This is it. And I think, too, the other ones, I wasn't telling the whole truth. I didn't want to tell how much money I made. I didn't want to tell.
Yeah.
I just didn't want to tell that. But, okay.
We're here.
Yeah. It's fine. I'm such a secretive person.
Me too, so I get it. This is big.
This is huge.
To be transparent.
You had to tell me a while ago, you sweat.
Literally.
Because, oh my God. Like, ooh, I'm cringing the whole time. But I'm having assistance. Heaven is literally assisting me right now.
Yes.
So I'm allowing it to happen.
Right.
Yeah. Jeez, I'm vulnerable.
Right now.
Yeah. I should have added that in the number system too. But 22 is vulnerability because you have to be vulnerable while being brave. Because bravery helps you it helps you stand. It gives you the tree experience. But in being brave, you have to have vulnerability when you're dealing with people because they have to feel the honest and genuine you. Yeah. It coincides. But yeah. What else you got?
Why do you think Brennen is doing so well?
Because I do right by people. That's a good question. I know you're being petty right now, but that's great.
No, I promise. I swear I'm not. That really could be because of everything that's been happening.
Yeah.
But that literally because I know your answer. Somebody needs to hear that. But no, literally, because people feel like, why am I not getting ahead? Why is my life stagnant? Like I've been in the same position for 5 years or 2 years. Like, why am I not, elevating and getting better? And you are a perfect example of someone whose life literally
keeps getting better.
It keeps getting better. So I want people to know and understand why that is, and
it's so crazy. Just yesterday, I told Orlando, I said, people wonder why I do so well.
Really?
Yeah, I just said that yesterday. I haven't seen you enough to tell you about my yesterday.
Yeah,
it was a lot.
Didn't. Yeah,
yesterday was a lot. And y'all, Erica is literally my human diary. So we talk about everything. I kind of like unpack my day with her. I didn't get a chance to tell you about yesterday, but I told Orlando just yesterday, people wonder why I do so well, and it's because I use the principles of God. I'm principle-minded. Not what y'all read in scripture, not what... I'm finna say this. If I give Marcus, right? Let me tell you something. I'm gonna be real honest.
Okay.
Because this is what bad character do. I paid Marcus a little lump sum for the shows that I did, right? Never produced those shows. If I would have went to him and said, hey, can I just piggyback off of what I did and you give me some of that money back? Marcus wouldn't be doing this again.
Yeah.
You know what I said to Marcus when I called him back?
What did you say?
How much you gonna charge me to do this? Because them other ones I don't want to do. Can you work with me on? You know what Marcus said? Because guess what? If I loan you $1,000 and you give me $1,000 back, you'll never get money from me again. Ask me why. Why? Because you gave me back what I borrowed. I gave you back what I borrowed. But if you give me back $1,001, you're gonna get some money from me again. Because it shows it's principle. It goes back to equity with God. Equity, I say this often, equity with man equity with men, favor with men. I don't have that.
And you get equity with God when you do right by people.
You do right. And your intentions are pure.
Your heart is always in the right
My
place.
heart is always in the right place. Even if it didn't end, my granny said you'll finish how you started. Even if it didn't finish how we thought it should have. In the beginning, my first mind, my intent was right. So when I called Marcus back about this, absolutely. He was on another job. And God maneuvered him around another job just for me. Oh my God. God will stop time for you just to speed you up.
Yes.
God will stop time for you just to speed you up and elevate you.
Yeah.
I know it to be true. So that's why I keep doing well. Because I love God and I treat people right.
Yeah.
Even when they don't feel like I did right, I was right. Because every relationship or everything I've ever done, I take it to God.
Right. You talk to him first about it.
Everything. So before I called you, I've already insulted
Consulted with God.
I said insulted. Consulted God. Yep.
I get that.
Before I even... Yeah. That's something. Let me drink some water.
So, Brennen, my heart person.
Yes.
Do you remember how we met?
Vaguely, just bits and pieces. The biggest part I remember is me calling somebody's name that died. That was the biggest, and you was like, oh, yeah. I remember that. But other than that, I don't remember the details. I'm sure you probably remember all the details.
I do.
How?
I do. I was getting my makeup done.
Okay.
Someone called me to come be a model, and they was live doing my makeup.
Okay.
And they knew I was spiritual, and they were just like, I want you to meet my friend. He's very spiritual, just like you. But at that time, spiritual to me was just God.
What does that mean?
It was just God. Because now if you ask me what's being spiritual.
No, what was it?
Oh.
Okay, now if I ask you what, go ahead. I'm going to let you finish that.
Okay. How can I say this? At that time, all I knew was just talking to God. That's it. Just talking to him. You know what I'm saying? Now, I know that...
The attributes of God.
Yes.
Okay.
Like the burning sage and other things that he's in. You know what I'm saying? Where I can experience him.
You think he's in sage?
No. I'm just saying. At that time, I wasn't even...
doing that.
Not really. Not for real.
You think you can find him in sage?
You can find him in anything.
Really?
God is in everything.
So sage is not witchcraft to you?
No. But you gave me the understanding of that. You gave me the knowledge.
So it's not demon possessed?
No.
Why do you think that is?
Because God is everything and he created everything. So how could that be?
So when you can, okay, question. And I know we're going to get back to it.
Okay.
When you burn sage, what you thinking about?
I feel calm. I feel peace. I think about lightening up, getting rid of the bad. But I feel still.
Ooh, okay. So the whole time it's your higher self.
Yeah.
Nice.
And I go off what I feel. We're really good with that. So I can just feel it if it's God. I could feel if it's a bad, if it's bad or if it's not right. God.
Yeah. Because you spend time with him.
So I know what he feels like. And I know what he looks like. And I know what his voice sounds like.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Okay. But so at the time it was just God for you.
Yeah, it was just like I love God. Like we hang.
That's that.
That was spiritual to me. But you opened my mind to being able to do all these different things too. So anyways, She's like, I want you to meet my friend. He's real spiritual like you. So I'm like excited. You know what I'm saying? I love to meet other people that love God like I do because I don't meet them a lot. And
I don't meet them a lot.
You walked in the room and you kind of just started reading me, but we was on live, so it was certain things you didn't want to say on live in front of all these people.
Okay.
And once we like got off live and she was done, you like really start going for it. Like you started reading me for real. And that's when you mentioned my daddy had just passed. So when you said a person, you know, that passed was there with us.
Yeah, I was trying to come through. Yeah.
I thought it was my daddy, but when you said a name
and I started describing what he looked like.
Yes, I'm like, oh my gosh, that's my papa. And I don't know, that meeting you that day, yeah. And so from then I would book sessions with you. Maybe I booked maybe 2 or 3.
Yeah, you booked like 3. You kept booking.
And the next time you was just like, I'm not taking your money. Like
I can't. Yeah.
Yeah. And ever since
what
then,
did I say though? What did I say?
That time, the last time?
Yeah, the last time.
You was just like, I feel like I don't think you told me why.
Okay.
But if you did, you told me because you felt like I was supposed to be in your life.
That don't happen a lot.
Yeah.
I guess the biggest thing out of meeting you, which is great, you know, I met a great person that literally changed my life. And y'all, I live downtown, and so y'all gonna hear alarms and all kind of crazy shit. And how I live down here is so crazy.
Yeah.
Because I'm this person that is awakened and can feel everything.
Right.
Literally, this place caused me anxiety, but I found it's so crazy. But anyway, meeting you, you know, was great for me. It was a gift.
That made me get emotional.
No, seriously.
Okay.
It was a gift. Honestly, I hadn't paid you no mind. I know what I felt in that session. I said that, and then we still hadn't talked.
Right.
Well, I'm not a woman, so I can mentor a man well. I can tell him how to be a man, how to pay bills, how to take care of a woman. You know, because I come from 2 parents that are together.
Right.
I come from a great father.
Yeah.
Shout out to my parents, because I have some brilliant fucking parents. Okay, I have to say it like I feel it. So I know how to tell a man how to treat life. But at the time, I didn't know how to tell a woman, and I guess I did.
Yeah,
but I wasn't comfortable with it. That's why I got a lot of these little. People tell me I'm so aggressive, but I got a lot of these little feminine pieces in my house to get in tune with femininity, so I can understand it the more.
Yeah.
Because growing up, I was soft, right?
Right.
So I was in tune with it, but the universe and people around you made it hard. Like, you know, you're a boy, you're supposed to be.
Right.
So I grew up fighting what I was supposed to feel.
Right.
So I could be this person. Anyway, that's a whole other
preach.
podcast.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah. Okay, so I didn't know how to. What am I trying to say? I didn't know how to tell you how to be.
Yeah.
You know, but I knew I was supposed to be in your life. So a friend of mine that I really, really believed in as a woman. I said, I got somebody that I want you to be mentored by. And because I was with her every day, we was together a lot. You ended up being there a lot. But when I talk, you know, that friend, she was great, you know, great person. Life person for me, right? And so when we would talk, she would still be in the room, but left the room.
Yeah.
You know how you can be around, it could be a lot of people around and y'all all having a conversation and then it's just you and that person in the room while everybody's still there just watching you talk. You know, why the whole time God was trying to orchestrate what's going on between you and I right now in this moment. I didn't understand it. You didn't understand it because I wasn't thinking about no show. People wasn't reaching out to me about no show. You know, people started reaching out to me about shows after they saw the Inspiring Mondays on Facebook. So I wasn't thinking about that because I don't want to, you know, I didn't want to do a show.
Yeah.
You know.
Right.
Because I didn't want nobody to know. But when I introduced you to her, it got close. And when we would be all in the talking in the room and she literally be in the room just watching us talk, she would leave the room. Something was it was an exchange between you and I was like, oh my God, I can really write on this girl pages.
That's good.
I was like, oh my God, I can really write on this girl pages. And it was an exchange for me. So I think it got deep over time. I didn't know what happened in there. I didn't know when I told you, oh, I'm not supposed to take your money no more. And that has happened with maybe one other person. I want Margaret. You know, that happened with Margaret. Margaret will pay me all this money, you know. And I've had doctors and lawyers and millionaire people that like to pay me money to just sit there in their lives. But I've never told them, like, don't give me your money, you know, we supposed to be friends. Because I honestly, if I must be really genuine, no shade to some of y'all, that I have, you know, been planning in your lives. I didn't want to be their friend.
Yeah, and if you did, you would tell them the amount of time
that I would be in their life. Right. I didn't want to be their friend. I don't want to be because everybody's not my friend.
Yeah.
You know, I say this often. I believe in everything, but I don't believe everything for me. It just, you know, what works for you may not work for me. I believe it for you because you're doing it well and you look good doing it. You know, but so for me, I've never said that to anybody but you and Margaret. I know for sure. And it's never about the money for me.
Never.
It is never about the money because and I've said this before. Them candles made me money. I had money before I got to my purpose. So he made sure I was funded already before I got to purpose. Because he know purpose don't pay well. But it pays well in good health, wealth, well-being, it pays well there. So you can generate.
Okay, that makes sense. That's why you were saying purpose is long life. Because purpose, if it's that.
The king normally is the last man that dies. Go read history. He's always the last one to die. After he has taken care. That's why the Bible speaks about life of the king and all of this other stuff. But he's normally the last one to die. It was something else I wanted to say. I don't know. We cover so much.
This is what we do for real. Like we talk.
Yeah, this is what we do. We can talk.
Yeah.
And they just sit here looking. But we can talk.
Yeah, we can.
But what? It was something else you said. I want to go back to. It was something you said, but I want to go back to. But yeah, it's all of this. You know, the Inspiring Monday and really started this about me. People saw that I was clairvoyant, right? And that I could see into the future and I could tell people's lives and stuff like that.
Yeah.
They saw that. But that was something that was so spooky because, you know, several people know the story about my grandmother telling me, never come out about this, you know, because people will ridicule you, but you'll heal a lot of people. You know, you'll heal the world. Your life is going to change. And, you know, you will always have money. You will always have things, you know, and people will be jealous of you. And she would tell me.
When you met me, were you already doing sessions with people? Were you
was.
Okay.
I had just started doing it. I had just started then.
Yeah.
And she would tell me, people were going to be jealous of you. She said, don't worry about your family because they're going to be the main ones.
Really? She told you
She told me that. And she would tell me, and she would tell me literally people that she didn't like in my family. And she would tell me who to watch out for if she ever died. Because she didn't think she was going to she thought by the time I got up in age, I would be babying her. If that makes sense. So she didn't ever think she would die. If that made sense. She knew she would die, right? But she didn't ever think she would die.
Yeah.
So she, you know, she had this concept in her mind. She was just like, if I ever die, you know, meaning like if she, for her, from her mindset, meaning like, if she ever dies and she doesn't visit me or she doesn't be with me, remember.
Right.
Because she's still alive today.
Yeah.
Even though she's passed on in the physical realm, she's still alive today because she's living through me. I'm doing a lot of things because she said, but if I should ever die, meaning I forget about her, right? Because, you know, when people die, you forget them. Yeah. But if I ever die, to remember certain things and people. And to remember that family is the ones that
to look out for.
Yeah. And I was just like, I didn't believe it. You know, I didn't believe it. And she died. She died in 2016. And when she died, I wanted to learn how to make a meatloaf. I tell y'all this story all the time. But I wanted to learn how to make, she had taught me how to make a meatloaf a year before she died, which is so crazy. I asked her because her meatloaf was my favorite. And that's when I was eating beef then. And she taught me how to make it with beef. And I was just like, by the time I wanted to learn, I wasn't eating beef. So I didn't even remember the ingredients or anything. I didn't think the meatloaf would hold up because it was turkey, blah, blah, blah. And so I was just like, God, you know, can you please allow my granny to talk to me and like tell me, because I could talk to dead people, you know, I could do these things. So I know how to go. I know how to get the answer. And so she visited me. I wanted to make it for Christmas. And she visited me on the 24th of December of 2017. Was it 17? No, 2016. It was the same year. She had died in September and she visited me. And she said, Granny got something to tell you. I've been learning over here. And I'm like, Granny, where is over here? She said, I've been learning over here. Come out about what you do. I've been teaching you. She said, Granny been teaching you the wrong way. Don't keep it a secret. Help people. And she was like, I'm going to be to protect you. I'm going to send things down to protect you. You'll know it's me. And she said, but you'll never see me again. This will be the last visit. And that was December of 2016. And I will keep a picture of her on my personal altar, and it burned up. Like, she never visited me again. I came out about me being a spiritual leader or whatever, or advisor, right? I like to clean it up and call it a journey advisor because it's clean and it's fun. It feels better. But I went on Facebook and it just went crazy. People started, crazy stuff started happening for my life. And so I got to this place. I just got here. Yeah. You know? But that was purpose. That's my purpose. And my purpose led me to do gifts. And then my gifts led me to the people to do purpose with and for, which were kings. And God told me, he said, Brennen, you're a king of kings. Yeah. So you give answers to kings. I want you to be clear on that. You know, I want you to hear what I'm telling you. Yeah. So a person like me and anybody that is clairvoyant or medium or a prophet or a psychic or whatever you call yourselves, you know, you have to live a very strict life. Yeah. I didn't live a strict life. You know, I would travel a lot. I'm a people person. Right. Normally people like me, and I'm not. I'm sometimes. Yeah. Let me say that. If I don't feel good, and when I say feel good, meaning when I drink this water, that feels good. Right. If I know if you drink me and I don't feel good, I stay away. Right. Yeah.
I get that. I do the same.
Yeah. So I don't put myself in rooms and things. But most people that carry what I carry or that even has a glimpse of what I do, they real different. They scary. Yeah. I ain't gonna no shade. They are. And I'm not that. Yeah. But people are scared of me, which is so strange. And they people make up so many stories about me. It's so much. Yeah. You know, it was the video that came out this weekend. I mean, in post. It's like, I don't even talk to you at all. You know?
A lot of people don't know you. Just like you said it in that chair, like, you don't know me. You don't know me.
Like, this is... Like, we were raised separately. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of stuff. And people really want to know me. They want to know where I make my money, who I'm in love with, who I'm sleeping with, what I like. And they get mad at
you when you don't want to share
I don't share. Because that's not what you're supposed to know about me.
Right.
That's none of your business. The Bible says, live a quiet life and mind your own business that men may want to follow you. Live a quiet life and mind your own business that men may want to follow you. I live a real quiet life.
What's the 3 things your granny said?
The 3 things you should tell somebody is where you live, who you sleeping with, and how much money you make. Meaning that's not what you tell them.
Right.
You never tell nobody. That's nobody's business. You just don't. Because when people start to figure those things out, they start to figure out. Margaret always say, never tell people what you really love the most. They'll go after it and try to hurt you with that. I'm a secretive person. I just always been. And then the backstage of that, I'm very intuitive.
Right.
So that's my other. Jason them always say, or I have people always tell me, the guy with the extra sense. I'm the guy with the extra sense. So it's hard to get over on me.
Right.
Because literally God will say, live here for 10 days and I'll live there for 10 days and then I'll be in another country. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot, Erica.
Yeah.
But people be wanting to know. So I want to say this, if I can.
Okay.
To people that carry what I carry, live your life. Live your life free because we are scared. A lot of people that do what I do, we are very we are afraid to live.
And they try to I want to use the word numb it down.
Yeah. It's a tone down thing. But if it be God, and I say that when I say that I'm shifting. If it be God, he'll take care of you. You should be scared if you're in your own power. You should be devastated. I would be if you pull tarot cards and you don't use God. If you pull if you pull oracle cards, if you use crystals, if you use sage, if you use every spell book you got, you use any of these things without God in heaven, you should be devastated.
Yeah.
You should be scared.
Right.
Because now you have no protection. You have no security. That's our security of things we cannot see. That's why I said again that heaven has to like you. That's so good. I hope that, Marcus, I really hope that you pinpoint that because that's amazing.
Literally.
But yeah, it's amazing because it does.
And that's why you're different. And that's what I fell in love about with you because God is in everything that you do.
Everything.
So you reading people or you saying know that God was there and God told you.
Yeah, he told me.
Literally.
Yeah.
It be times that your gift, your psychic ability will kick in. Let's say, you can look at somebody and know what to tell them, but sometimes you won't even tell them. And God will literally have to tell you, hey, Brennen, I need this person to know that in 5 days they need to invest this $20,000 in this or tell their child to do this. So
we was just talking about that before I started because we was talking about somebody said me being manipulative or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
I heard so many stories about me, whatever. Being manipulative because I can do these things. And it's just funny that you bringing that up. And you sit with me in the front row of my life and you see how people beg me to talk to them.
Right.
People pay me for me to talk to them.
Right.
Literally, you have watched me be able to tell people stuff and I won't tell them without having the authority and the government of God over my life for me to tell them. I was talking to you and Zach about it. Like you just said, God would have to tell me, Zach said, I've been working for you for a little while. I ain't never seen you, because if so, you would be hella rich right now.
Right.
Like, if I really you, I would be hella rich. Like, I would be filthy rich. Y'all talking about millionaire. We'll be in trillions.
Right.
Because I can really see. I mean, you know. I can really see.
That.
Like, I can manipulate out if I had the ability to not, and when I say the ability, I want you to hear these words so clear. If I had the ability to not have conviction,
I know it.
If I had the ability to not have a conviction, oh my God. We got us a show going.
Yo. That's how much we love God, though.
Oh, man.
You could have so much money right now, but because you love God and you listen to Him.
What keeps me humble is I can't see for myself.
Yeah.
I cannot see for myself.
You can see what everybody else life is supposed to be doing, but you cannot see it for yourself.
And you know what you finna say?
I was just gonna say, like, you literally, I watch you do it, but it's just like you literally have to figure your life out for yourself.
I have to figure it out.
You don't know your next steps, but you can see mine. You can see Mark's, you can see Zach's.
Yeah.
Like,
you know what that makes me understand?
What?
I don't belong to myself.
Yeah.
So because I don't belong to me, whoever mishandles me gotta be careful.
Right, because
I ain't mine.
Yeah.
Nothing I've ever done, I've done under my own will.
Yeah.
That's when things become witchcraft and sorcery and all of these other things that people don't talk about.
That's good. Say that again.
That's when things become witchcraft, sorcery, Hinduism and Buddhism and all these other things.
When they do it
in their own will. And no shade to no other religion or because I've done everything.
Right.
No shade to any of that. But most of that is in a will of their own. We do have will.
Yeah, we have choice.
Yeah, we have choice. But I don't use my choices.
Yeah.
I am talking. I don't know what is over me right there talking. But I bless you for it.
You want him.
I want him. And I'll be satisfied.
With just him.
And there is long life there. People think you gonna die and live forever. That's not living. I want to live here. I want these bones to every day I wake up to grow younger and younger, more vibrant. Because if I have that, I can make some money. If I have my health and strength and I'm taking care of myself, I can make $1 trillion. That's easy. We can make that. I was telling Zach, me and Zach talk about money often because he's a money guy. We can make $1 trillion in 6 months.
Yeah.
If you really, all that stuff that you named that I can do, that I do well.
Right.
I can make that. I can make that in one of those gifts.
Right.
I can't do it if I don't have my mental health. I can't do it if I don't have my love health.
Ooh.
I can't do it. I can't do it. Don't stop there. Don't stop there. I gotta keep going. Go. I can't do it if I don't have my physical health. I can't do it if I don't have my stability health. I can't do it if I don't have my balance health. Because the real enemy that nobody talk about is the enemy of busy. We gonna end this podcast here or this show, whatever we calling it. Because, it's real, Erica.
Yeah.
It's real. And I'm glad to be here. And I'm glad that I had to endure all of the things that I had to endure to get here. Yeah.
Right.
And I'm glad that I put money into things that didn't work out for me.
Why?
Because it made this moment more powerful. It made this moment make sense.
Yeah.
It told a story.
Mm-hmm. All I needed was the story.
All I needed was the story. I didn't lose the money. The money made the story.
Yo, we're going to have so much to talk about when we get by ourselves after this.
Because this is, but that love health, that's good.
That was so good.
Yeah, it was.
And we're in that right now in our lives, me and you. Like, you know, dealing
what
with
does that mean to you?
What does love health mean to me, or us being...
Yeah, both.
Love health, what I think of when you said that was me getting the love that I need.
Mm-hmm. Guard your heart. I want to say this. Mm-hmm. My granny would say this. Guard your heart. And I want to make sure the little words is right here, Marcus. Guard your heart. That's where life starts. So when I say love health, if I'm not depositing in your love health, your life won't start.
I could just hug you right now. Say that again.
Guard your heart. Mm-hmm. That's where life starts. Mm-hmm. And if I'm not depositing in your love, in your heart, your life won't start.
Brennen.
Mm-hmm. Powerful, huh? That's why we need it so much. That's why we need the words. Look, your eyes are going.
I know.
But just stay with me. Stay with me. Don't shake. Don't lose it. That's why some people I'm about to lose it. That's why some people just come into your life just to love you. They may not have nothing else. They may not have a dime. Mm-hmm. They may not have a building, a house. Mm-hmm. They may not even have a car.
Right.
But they have the love that you need. That's all they came there to do was just to love you.
To fuel you to do what you're supposed to do.
To fuel you with love. Mm-hmm. So your life can start.
Jeez.
Yeah. Go ahead. I know you got...
I mean, we really got to end it. But I do want to do what we did last time when I would say the words. Okay. And, wait, but before I get there, just tell us what to expect from Brennen's Room and Inspiring Mondays with the candles.
Okay, so Brennen's Room, I'm taking everybody's story. Okay. People that want to talk. Mm-hmm. And so I've had people say, Brennen, I want to share my story with you. I want to get my part of the story out. Mm-hmm. You know, people have been in some indifferent situations, mm-hmm. and they hadn't got a chance to share their story mm-hmm. with somebody they feel safe with. Mm-hmm. You know, I always say, live your story. They want to live their story with me. Mm-hmm. And I embrace that. Mm-hmm. And people like sharing their stuff with me. Right. And because I navigate their stories.
Mm-hmm. And make it make sense.
Yes. So that for sure. I don't know what Zach got up his sleeve, but you know, they may bring some people on I've never known before, and I give them a session. Yeah. Y'all know I hate when y'all say readings, but I know it's something y'all used to. And we might do a session like live, you know, and I help them navigate through some things. I don't know. I'm open. Yeah. I'm open. Mm-hmm. But the base of it is in-depth conversations. Yeah. Brennen is going to be doing a lot of arena talking. Mm-hmm. I'm going to be on a lot of big stages talking about why money likes me. Right. Why wellness likes me. Mm-hmm. Why love loves me. Yeah. And not only love loves me, but it also likes to be in partnership with me. Mm-hmm. I'm going to be talking about a lot of that. And then I'm getting with Jamar to take over these candles. Okay. He does it well. Mm-hmm. You know, he does the candle thing really well. you know, if I had to share a business with somebody, give it to, you know, again,
Right.
I've tried this before. I put $30,000, $20,000 into family again
Yeah.
to do that business, and it didn't
Right.
happen.
It didn't work.
Yeah. And so some of your closest people in your life will be your friends.
Yeah. Absolutely.
And my granny used to say that often. Some of her closest people was her friends, but they were different.
Yeah.
Growing up in that time, they were close with their siblings. They loved they
they
siblings
did.
and stuff like that. So they were each other's friends. They didn't have. I didn't hear stories
Yeah.
of too many fights they had with each other. They were close. But I guess she could see the future, and she saw, you know, nowadays, I don't know where these nets coming from, but nowadays, you know, Erica is different. So they knew that.
Yeah.
But giving him that business is something that is admirable for me because I can't do everything. Now my purpose is taking off, and so I have to do that. But I'm definitely doing the candles so people can burn them and stuff, because that's what everybody is wanting. Like, I gotta have one of them candles because I need some stuff to happen. Yeah, we look. You talking about, you speaking for yourself? Yeah.
We missed them.
So I'm doing that. I'm doing a big event with some panelists that I'm doing this.
Yeah.
I'm doing this. This is what I told God, I'm ready to be fulfilled.
Absolutely.
I don't want to just do my gifts. That's fun. Having money is nice.
Yeah.
But when you have money, then what else do you do?
Right.
You know, I want to be fulfilled.
And purpose fulfills you.
Oh, absolutely. So you get that. I'm gonna be smiling a lot, taking pictures.
Yeah.
I'm maybe working on some more music too.
Okay.
You know, with my friend Angie, me and her do well together in the studio.
Like dropping singles or
I may do an EP.
Okay.
Because if I can get on some people's little films, I always wanted to do film.
Okay.
Like do soundtracks. I always wanted to do that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't want to do, I think, and no shade, right? But I think the singing thing is small.
Yeah.
It's so small to what life is supposed to do.
And what God has for you to do.
For a lot of us. But yes, for me specifically, yes. Yep. A big life though, is what I plan. Selling property, buying property, as you know. I had Airbnb, so I was doing that. It's just a lot of different things. You know, investments.
Yeah.
You know, taking meetings, taking conversations. Zach is gonna keep me busy though. That's what we're praying for. I'm praying for his hands and his mind. Because even that relationship, you know, the enemy comes to send distraction.
Yes, he does.
And to delay your time. But God will slow things down just to speed you up. So I'm on autopilot speed.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm speeding. Literally. It's so crazy how things are happening in my life and how fast things are moving.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Okay. So we're gonna play that little game.
Okay.
Where I just throw a word out there and you tell me what it means to you.
Okay.
I don't even know. I don't even have like the words in my head. Okay, so this just coming from my heart. Life.
Me.
Water.
Breath. Clarity. Aroma. Freedom. Feeling. Commune. Understanding. Powerful. No meaning. Timeless. Ageless. Yeah.
Partner.
I I was gonna say a name. Oh my God, I was gonna say a name.
Jeez.
I was gonna say a name.
Okay.
Heaven.
Okay. Relationship.
God.
Love.
I thought about my parents. I would say my mother and my father.
Mm-hmm.
And to park there, I've never saw parents that love unconditionally.
Mm-hmm.
I've saw parents that if you hurt them, they move on.
Mm-hmm.
As they should, right?
Mm-hmm.
But these parents are my parents. Parents. They are special. Yeah. They're special. Jeez, they're special. Yeah. God made them for me.
Yeah. I would ask you God, but I can't do that with you right now. I don't think I can do that.
Okay,
with you.
okay. Give me another one, then.
I don't know.
Well, let me ask you.
Okay, I got one.
Okay.
Heart.
My grandmother. My granny. Okay, I'm gonna ask you.
What?
Divine.
So when you okay. No, for real, but divine. When you said it, I seen like it's never ending.
Mm-hmm.
It looked like
So never ending.
Yeah, never ending.
Jeez.
That's what I seen.
Orange.
I thought of light. And when I say light, like
Why you shifting? What's going
I don't
on?
know.
Where you go? Where you go?
I thought of you though, but light, like you stand out and you just
A vitamin.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You're felt. You're felt in the room.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Erica.
I don't know why they made. Oh my God, that moved me so much. The noise that I made.
That's how you feel.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all, this has been thank y'all. Thanks for listening.
Thanks for sharing your knowledge and your words and your existence with us.
Thanks.